Coming on to the back body. And again, whatever that support is you want to use underneath you. I'm going to try my towel. The towel's a beautiful thing because depending on how you slept, how you hydrated, how your upper body feels, you can adjust it. You can unroll it, you can roll it up. So the test is to see as you open up through the back, the thoracic spine, but also as you open up to the collarbone, the heart area. Support the head initially. Maybe legs in constructive rest. Just depends on how you feel, feet wide or TP them in. I'm going to come into supine Baddha Konasana cobbler pose. So the head rests, the heart lifts. Maybe you close down the eyes. Again, maybe placing the hands on the body just reinforces how the breath moves through you. So as you take an inhale in through the nose, maybe you feel the ribs and the belly and the chest expand. And as you let that breath go, you let everything go so that the whole body welcomes itself to the mat and to the practice. A release of any extra energy or tightness or tension. So gift yourself a couple breaths here. Feel it with the palms. Trace it with the mind. And release it with the body. And allow one more intentional full inhale, followed by an intentional, very slow exhale. And then, depending on how your legs are, I'm again in cobbler, so I'm going to draw my knees together. But if your feet are wide, just heel toe them to the center of your mat, maybe hip distance apart, so that the thighs and the feet are parallel. We're going to bring our hands to the top of the thighs, right at the hip crease. And we're going to feel into how the back and front body respond as we begin to lift head and shoulders off of the mat. So nice and easy. Palms flat. Take the breath, draw in the belly, and then just slide the fingertips towards the top of the knees. So the head and the shoulders lift any amount. And then slide the hands back down and relax. A good time to make any adjustments here. So if there's any constriction in the breath, lower the towel or whatever you're using and try it again. Tuck in the belly, take in the breath, slide the hands up, reach for the knees, and then glide them right back down to the hips. And we'll take 3 here. Each movement is a breath. And as you come back down for the last one, remove whatever you're using underneath your head and let the back of the head just rest down onto the mat. And again, make the adjustment if you're too high, if it's too much of a strain across the chest, just lower yourself down. Taking a breath, interlace the hands behind the head. Let the elbows go wide. So again, a fuller stretch across the upper body. That sternum area, that's where we're going to start working first. So this practice, again, I ask that you don't look at your device. The elbows, the eyes will stay up towards the ceiling so that there's no tweaking of the neck. Take that inhale, draw the elbows up. Feel into the back and the front. And then as we begin, inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, round forward, elbows towards the knees, no pulling on the head. Take that breath in as you lower back halfway, lower down. We're going to take 5 on your own, 4-part count here, 4-part breath. Inhale, rise. Exhale, you curl. Come back to that halfway on the inhale. Exhale, relax down. 4 more. Upper sternum here, right at the top of the rib cage. Send your focus there and use your breath. So in this 4-part, we not only work the front muscles, but also the back muscles, right across the shoulder blades. Last one. As you come down, open up the elbows. Take a breath. I'm going to lead the crossover, elbow to opposite knee. You take what you need this morning. Stay with what we just did. Or if you want to explore, crossing over, working into the now mid side body. Again, the hands are interlaced at the back of the head, the elbows, the gaze up towards the ceiling. Take in a full breath, tuck in the belly, come up halfway. Exhale, elbow towards the knee. The knee does not come over the hip, gives you a target. Come back on the inhale halfway and lower everything. We inhale and we cross and we reach and we come back and we lower. 5 more. Movement follows breath. So don't hold your breath here. Take your time. As you're ready, release down, open the elbows, maybe cactus the arms. Take a full breath into the upper body. And then just roll to the side. Release whatever is underneath the shoulders. Bring yourself back. Full body stretching. Stretch the legs, point the toes, reach one leg, maybe the right leg further than the left, and then the left further than the right. So you feel the space here that we're working on the front line. And take the arms overhead, stretch through the fingers. Let the shoulders, let that soft tissue under the arms, let the expanse here of the shoulders relax down. Full breath in and out. Return the legs to that bridge position. So feet parallel right next to the sit bones. Grab that towel or your block, whatever you're using. And from here, press into the feet to lift the hips. And just pause a minute here. So it doesn't even have to be that far up. Just begin to notice here this passive back bend into the back body. Maybe you notice the weight kind of rolling from the knees to the hips to the shoulders. Notice the breath. Notice any tension in the face. Release the jaw. Find your bridge. Maybe lift the hips a little bit higher, a little bit deeper of a back bend, but not compressing into that low back. A big opening through the whole front body, and take a breath. And we'll release this. We'll take that towel, block underneath the sacrum, lightly set the hips down, level them out. So again, the sacrum, that shelf there, it's not into the flesh of the buns, and it's not into the low back. Option to hold on to the side of your mat just to give yourself a little leverage. For me, I like to kind of feel where I'm working, so my finger pads are going to come to the low belly in between my hip points. Let's bring our legs to table. Again, maybe find that reference, knees to hips, slight pelvic tuck, belly drawn in, squeeze the shoulder blades, maybe a slight tuck of the chin. So the whole body's working, even though our focus is in the whole core center. So from here, we'll heel tap. Slowly lower one heel. Doesn't matter which one. Slow. Notice what it takes. Inhale, draw it back like you're moving through almost like molasses, and alternate. Take it the other way. Slower you work, you'll begin to notice the pelvic bowl. Keep the belly hugged in so you don't have any strain into the low back. It's one of the reasons why the hips are elevated. So take 4 more each side, as slow as you can go. Notice your breath. Easy to hold the breath as we do this work. You got to flood all the muscles and the cells with fresh energy. Last one. Draw the knees in. Use that support you have underneath you to roll the tailbone a little higher as you squeeze in. And we'll send the legs up towards the ceiling, flexing through the feet. If you want to take any movement there real quick, go ahead. Spread the toes, squeeze them in, a little bit of circulation there. Still kind of chilly here in Montana, so kind of feels good to warm those up. 2 legs. Right now, they're separated right over their hip points. The exact same thing. A slow heel drop. You don't have to come all the way down. Just feel into what you feel and don't take it in the low back. Inhale, soften upper body, lower heel. Take it slow. Use your core strength now. Draw that leg back up. Opposite side. Feel the weight of the leg and gravity, most particularly when you're trying to bring it back up to that neutral center here. Let's take 5 each side. And take a moment just to notice where you notice this. What do you feel? Where's the effort? And just breathe. When you finish your last set, again, give yourself a big hug around the shins, slight rounding into the back, and then re-extend the legs. Again, flexing through the feet. This time, bring the big toe mounds and the heels, maybe the knees, squeeze the thighs together, one leg, and then send those legs again directly over their hip points, stacking through the joint. Soften again where you can soften, both legs moving as one, any amount, lower down. Continue to flex through those feet and pull it back up. Big breath in as you lower down again, any amount. I only come a third. Exhale all the air as you squeeze them back up. Let's take 3 more. Slow as you can go. Release that jaw. Maybe deepen your breath. And again, as you finish the last one, bend the knees to the chest, squeeze in. Plant the feet back into that bridge position. If you want to have the arms beside you, palms down to just assist you in your bridge, let's find a bridge again. Press into the heels, lift the hips. Find that arch in the spine. Find that huge opening from the hip points to the shoulders. Take a few breaths, maybe reach underneath you just to remove whatever's there. One more breath, see if you can lift higher. Keep those knees parallel. And then slowly roll down. Level out the hips. Feel the spine. Walk the feet to the edge of your mat and just take a windshield wiper just to kind of wash all that out. All right, knees come back to neutral. Heel toe the feet together at the center of the mat. Take that right leg, cross it over the left. Squeeze either into the thighs or into the calves, or maybe take the double wrap around the ankles and just drop the toes. Take the arms out wide to the side. Big inhale. Right arm's going to come underneath the left, cross at the elbows. Hands can come to the top of the shoulders. Forearms can come together, or you can wrap at the wrist, your choice. Hands come overhead. Again, slight tuck of the pelvis so that you can feel the low back supported on your mat. Take in a full breath. And as you exhale the breath, bring those elbows towards the knees. And then release and lower. Big inhale, lift up. See if you can get the shoulder blades head off the mat. You don't have to touch the knees. It's just, again, a goal. And then lower back. And let's take 3. Exhale all the air out as you curl in so that you're ready for a big breath as you come out. As you come into your third one, we're going to hold it here. So keep reaching those elbows towards the knees, the belly hugged in, the breath flowing here. Take in a nice full inhale and a slow exhale. And then release and lower. Unravel. Full body stretch. Stretch it out. Rebend the knees, coming back into that bridge position. Feet together here. Left leg over the right. Again, either squeeze the thighs or the calves or double bind. Drop the feet gently. Arms to a T, extend out wide across the collar. Then this time, left under the right, cross at the elbows. Hands either to the shoulders or forearms together, or find that bind. Take a big inhale, arms extend overhead. Tuck the pelvis, feel the back being supported. Exhale the air, lift the shoulders and the head. Draw the elbows towards the knee. Inhale, release, and lower. 4 more. As you come into the last one, hold it up. For me, so you can lift those shoulders and lower, unravel, stretch it out. Not to be outdone, grab that block, Place it between your knees, maybe the long edge going to the inner calves. Again, back to that tabletop position. Any position with the arms. We're just going to move into the side obliques here. So again, draw the belly in, keep those knees over the hip points, and just take it on the exhale to one side. On the inhale, squeezing the block and bringing it back to center. Roll across that sacrum, hip point to hip point, take it to the other side. But breathe into the upper side body here. Squeeze and come back to center. And just roll it a couple times, as fluid as you can with your breath. We'll meet back in that center. Again, leveling out hips, support of the spine. Now we're just going to hover here. Take in the breath, little tilt, take it over to one side. Any amount you can sustain here for 2 breaths. So not too much. Shoulders are flat, upper body relaxed, breath flowing. Take an inhale. Relax the exhale, squeeze the block again, inhale. And exhale. Next breath in, we'll bring it back to center. Just pause. Inhale. Take it to the opposite side. Again, any amount to hold here. 2 easy full breaths. Gaze is still up at the ceiling. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. One more inhale. And one more exhale. And draw it up. Remove the block, throw it across the room, draw the knees in, give yourself a hug. And then a massage, whatever feels good, maybe circle through the knees, one direction and the other. And then we'll roll over to one side, we'll find our tabletop. And we'll use the tabletop here just to release through the front and the back body. Might feel good to stretch the muscles in the front and to release the back. So spread the fingers wide, take that inhale. As you drop the belly, press into the palms, lift the heart forward, lift the tailbone. Just pause. Then begin to tuck the tailbone round through the spine. Find some opening between the shoulder blades, tuck in the chin. A couple more on your own. And again, any movement. You don't have to take a traditional cat-cow. You can bring some side movement, whatever you need this morning. Returning to a neutral table, drop it down to the forearms. Stretch one leg back to the ball of the foot and the other. Hover the hips now. Press into your forearms, coming right into a forearm plank. So as you press into the elbows, your gaze is straight down. Heels go back. See if you can lift your chest forward. Engaging the whole core here now to hold up your body strength. Find your breath. Keep the hips on a neutral plane. No sag in the spine, no lift of the hips. Easy breath in. Easy breath out. Heels back. Stabilizer muscles kick in. We let the breath calm the body. 3 more breaths here. Always the option to drop your knees. And then slowly we'll all drop the knees. Finding that Sphinx pose. So untuck the toes. You send the legs a little wider, maybe shimmy through the hips. Press into the palms of the hand, draw them towards you energetically so that as you do, squeeze the shoulder blades, let the chest come forward. And maybe here from the belly button, through the sternum, through the low back to the shoulder blades. Just find a nice big opening. And then stacking palms, one on top of the other. Rest the head on top of the palms. Again, a shimmy of the hips one side to the other. Maybe it feels good even to bend into the knees and take a belly down windshield wiper. To release what you have to release. So that when you come down to this final resting pose, the feet are wide, the elbows are wide, front body supported by Mother Earth, by our practice. Taking a nice full deep breath. Exhale it as slow as you can and just melt yourself down. If you have the luxury of time, turn off your device, spend just a couple minutes here, just setting up for a successful day. I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.